Where are we? We are in a remote place in South Africa that is called Blood Creek, where many prehistoric things come from, and many prehistoric plants, which have been brought through time, have begun to sprung up. But they are not the only things to come from the Mesozoic world. The Mesozoic world was filled with many unbelievable animals from that period, which have survived the KPG extinction into the modern day. Here we see a pteranodon, which we will call Phoenix. Phoenix has been looking for territory for quite a while, but hasn't found any territory to live in. He slowly flies to the spot where he will have his territory, and he lands on the ground, with him finally finding a good territory for him to have. And he moves on to another place. There are quite a few peculiar dinosaurs, such as Therizinosaurus, which we will call Flora. And she will get some food by eating some cereals and using her absolutely massive claws to grip and tear the leaves apart to eat them. But there's another predator over here, and it is a Allosaurus, which we will call Volcano, and he is stalking up to Flora to attack her and get some food to eat. He slowly stalks up to Flora, and then he goes in and ambushes Flora and heads towards her at a rapid pace. But then he suddenly gets clawed, shredding his flesh and causing him to bleed. His attempt to attack Flora has failed miserably, and now he is very injured and is bleeding profusely. Flora has managed to survive the attack of Volcano, and Volcano, being injured, walks away in shame, and will need to go and hunt something else to eat for later. Here we see a carcass, nothing too out of the ordinary, but it's a primary food source of predators, such as this Carnotaurus, who we will name Crackstone, and he is here to feed on this carcass that has been killed by another predator. But little does Crackstone know that he is being watched by two predators. This Seat megaworm we will call Stradler, and this Brontosaurus we will call Mountain. They slowly begin to sneak up on Crackstone. That is until Crackstone notices them. He observes them from a distance. Stradler and Mountain begin to circle Crackstone to nip at him and try to take the carcass. Mountain attempts to attack Crackstone, but is knocked down by Crackstone, as Crackstone slowly begins to try to kill him. But then Stradler comes in and bites Crackstone on his forehead, and then pulls him away from Mountain. Then Mountain bites Crackstone on his throat. But while Crackstone and Mountain are having a brawl, Stradler comes and from behind and takes Cartus away. Crackstone has managed to free himself from Mountain's grasp. Mountain falls and becomes unconscious, and Stradler has been noticed by Crackstone. Crackstone rams into Stradler. But Stradler managed to freeze himself, and Mountain wakes up. Stradler and Mountain have been defeated, and thus they walk away, and Crackstone can finally eat in peace. A few kilometers away, there is a Indominus Rex with nearly full-grown ones, which we will call her Valtora, and she is just walking by to look for some food and territory, and thus she will now walk off to go look for exactly that. But the true apex of the land is the Giganotosaurus. It is bigger than a full-grown Indominus, and this is the main apex in the land, and it rules over the Indominus Rex. We will call him Dreadler because he is the main apex.